The DPS says a San Jacinto County deputy killed in a crash last night was not wearing a seatbelt. Investigators say Deputy Brian Pfluger's patrol car rolled several times on State Highway 150 in Cold Spring. Pfluger's colleagues rushed him to the hospital, but doctors could not save him. Investigators say Pfluger and another deputy were responding to a burglary call in separate cars. Pfluger clipped the other deputy's car when it slowed to make a right turn. Tragically, there have been 3 other law enforcement officers who have died this month in the Houston area. Most recently, Giselle Solorio. DPS troopers say the HPD officer was off duty and driving east in the westbound lane when she hit an 18-wheeler head-on Tuesday. They say that truck driver tried to avoid hitting her but was not successful. That driver was not hurt. Investigators say there were no signs of intoxication at the scene. DPS troopers tell us they're now waiting on autopsy results. Solorio joined HPD in May of 2017 and was assigned to the Northeast Patrol. Before that, on December 10th, Nassau Bay Police Sergeant Kayla Sullivan was killed in the line of duty when police say a man she was trying to arrest escaped and ran over her. Her accused killer remains jailed, charged with murder. The mayor is declaring December 29th Sergeant Kayla Sullivan Day. And on December 8th, Houston Police Sergeant Chris Brewster was shot and killed while responding to a domestic disturbance call. The suspect was quickly caught in that case.